Hey everyone, it's Matt and Tommy, the Irregulars, with my co-host and partner and brother from another mother, the one and only Tommy Alexander on keyboards. Today we're going to be talking NBA basketball, a little Major League Baseball. We're not going to talk the draft. Hockey is in full swing in the playoffs. Sidney Crosby is out with a concussion. We'll talk a little bit about that. The Voice and Designated Survivor. Here we go. It's Matt and Tommy, the Irregulars. And there you have it.
All right. A little keyboard action today. Busting out the band. We'll have a more expansive kind of band later, but this is just the B version, the beta version of what we're trying to do here on the Irregulars. And Matty P telling you about what we're going to talk about, and I'll move over here now, just like Mr. Rogers used to.
Remember that?
Oh, sure.
Wow,
I have to change, put on my sneakers now,
yeah,
my sweater.
Your sweater.
I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Actually, it's pretty rainy out there today. It's pretty miserable here in South Florida.
It is, yeah. Rough weather. And
yeah.
And the Air and Sea show is this weekend.
It's this weekend.
It's this week.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot going on this weekend because you have Sunfest up in West Palm Beach.
Right.
In the 36th, this is the 36th year Sunfest. Snoop Dogg led off the festivities on Wednesday night. My brother went. He said it was awesome.
Right.
Weezer played. I looked at the lineup briefly, and there's one band that I have to just make mention of, and it's Loverboy.
Oh, wow.
And I saw them
back to the 80s.
The 80s. I did.
Sure.
I saw them back in, I think it was like 1984
That's
or
about
83.
their heyday,
Their heyday.
Yeah.
Saw them at the Spectrum.
Right.
I'm just going to say, my partner and I back then, a guy I was hanging out with, and we were running together.
Yeah.
We were completely wasted. We were so wasted.
Gone. Destroyed.
So we had to go see the show up in the Meadowlands, just to see it sober because they were a good band back then.
Well, they were very popular.
That
was their big? Was the big one? Big hit.
You're gonna. There was they had a bunch of.
They had a
hits.
couple,
They had
right?
A couple of big hits.
I don't remember.
I don't remember them.
But anyway, hey, lots of stuff going on, and we've got. We'd be remiss if we didn't lead off with this thing going on with the Boston fans.
Just Boston in general. I mean, that's a disgrace. And it's funny. Look, you don't want to.
Yeah, man.
I don't. People say soccer players.
Right.
A lot of these guys that play overseas, and
Yeah.
And they say they hear it all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. They get very personal, and it's real. In that case, not racial as much as nationality. Going against each other. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. This is
very, obviously directed at an African American player, Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles.
Yes.
And he's hearing it from the Boston fans, and every horrible word you can hear, and then throwing things.
Peanuts. They threw peanuts at him. What is he? I mean, what is it? A circus?
Yeah,
they're throwing peanuts at the sideshow.
Ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And
shame on shame on fans. Period.
Yeah.
You pay good money to go see these games. Go enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sport.
Yeah. You want to call somebody a bum? Have at it.
But that's what you used to do in the days. Bum
you're a bum.
You're a lousy bum.
Yeah. But now it's obviously getting. I mean, it is 2017, right?
It is. It is.
Considering this is what the 70th year. Anniversary of when Jackie Robinson broke in, and we're seeing this in Boston in 2017. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's stunning to me, but terrible.
And Boston fans are Philadelphia fans now. I mean, are they equivalent?
Well, listen, I'll tell you something. As a lifelong Philadelphia sports guy, there's a chapter in the history of my beloved Philadelphia Phillies that is nothing anyone is proud of, and that is how Jackie Robinson was treated specifically by the Philadelphia Phillies manager, Ben Chapman, which was portrayed in the film 42.
I remember that.
And also, some of the players, not all, but some of the players, and definitely fans. But even across, if you saw the movie, and read any historical accounts, you know, this is what happened wherever he went to play, including at home in Brooklyn.
Sure.
So it's just, but you know, we thought, man, we got to be way past that. But here we are in Boston.
Yeah, but you know what though, we're going backwards in so many respects.
I wonder what's enabled that.
Let me guess.
Yeah, should we go 45? Political?
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh man. Anyway. So look.
Staying with Boston.
Yes.
You got the Celtics and the Wizards in this crazy series right now. Yeah. It goes back to DC, and look, these teams do not like each other. There is no question about it. Right. You know, Kelly Olynyk makes this crazy pick last night into Oubre, puts up the elbow. Oubre goes after him. Oubre, however you say his name, and you know, he gets thrown out of the game. There was some confrontation later in the game. Somebody else got thrown. I think it was Rozier got thrown out of the game. So, you know, there is bad blood between these two teams. Right. What I don't understand is in this series, and again, everybody knows I'm not big on the NBA, but I'll just say it. How is home court advantage worth 30 points in a series like this? It just doesn't compute for me.
Right.
You have a couple of games that were well played in Boston, very tight games.
Right.
Washington goes back home and they're better. They're 30 points better than the Celtics.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't compute. It's funny. I'm recalling about 2-3 months ago, maybe LeBron came out and said. It's a disservice to the NBA and the other good teams out there to automatically think that it's going to be a third consecutive year with the finals being Cleveland and Golden State. Well, maybe he was being a good NBA company guy when he said that, but it certainly looks at this point that's what it's going to be. Barring some unbelievable injury or stunner of the century, it just looks for sure that it's going to be Golden State and Cleveland.
Well, look, Toronto has no answer for Cleveland.
Don't.
I mean, here again, now the series goes back to Toronto.
Right.
Let's see what happens with the Raptors and if they can even salvage a game or two in this series. And then you've got the West, Golden State. I don't see Utah giving them any problems at all. And then
they lost again last night. Golden State won, I should say.
Won again, yeah. And then you've got the other series, which is an intriguing series. Houston takes Game 1 at San Antonio.
Yeah,
and
that'll be a good.
That's got to have San Antonio on edge. And then Tony Parker went down with a crazy injury.
That knee did not look good.
No, that did not look good.
And he's done. It appears every indication right is that he's done for the. That's it. He's
done for the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, they're going to have to, but listen, if there's any team that can figure it out and make adjustmants,
it's San Antonio.
It's San Antonio because they got that genius there that's running the show. So Popovich. Yeah, of course. So
look, the guy is amazing, and whatever he's done, I mean, he's done great. But the interesting part, going to coaches now, and we just talked about Golden State a little bit. Steve Kerr still not on the bench, and they're saying that he's probably done for this series. And he could be done for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, including the finals.
Including the finals.
Yeah.
But now, if you look back to last year with Luke Walton on the bench, and now you've got Mike. And the interesting part about this going into the whole Cleveland thing is you got Mike Brown now, who's at the helm for the Golden State Warriors. Formerly from Cleveland.
Got the boot from LeBron.
It was LeBron. LeBron didn't want him there anymore. Right. Mike was too much of a
And then
coach.
The other guy got booted after him.
Yeah, the guy from Israel, Blatt.
Right.
Because he won a championship in Israel, so that made him qualified to coach an NBA team, of course. So that was a great experiment there, It's like bringing a Division III basketball coach up and letting him coach in the NBA, which wasn't a good idea. I mean, here you have a guy from Israel coached Israeli players and a couple of American guys, and now all of a sudden he's going to coach one of the best and greatest of all times.
Yeah.
And we saw how that went. And then you have a guy like Tyronn Lue that comes in who, again, is he really coaching the team? Is he really? LeBron is more of the steward out on the court.
I think so.
He's running the show.
Are we going to see a player coach eventually again, or is that not going to happen?
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
We saw it with years back with Bill Russell. We've seen it since, but Bill Russell took the Celtics as a player coach to the finals.
Yeah.
But that's all ancient history. But if there's anybody that can do it, I guess it's LeBron.
LeBron could do it.
Yeah.
He probably could, you know, and we'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah. Because whoever's in there is merely a figurehead.
A figurehead. Completely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Lou had some success in the NBA. and
especially when Iverson stepped over him in Game 1 of the 2001 Finals. Remember that? It just sort of stepped right over him? Yeah, that was great.
That's his claim to fame.
Yeah, it is. Posterized in not a traditional way. That's not like true. You know, posterizing is usually getting the dunk over you or something, but this is just a step over and he's laid out on the floor in a prone position. That was beautiful.
Anyway, we got hockey, a little bit of hockey. The Rangers tied their series with the Senators. We all know what's going on in Washington with Sidney Crosby and the Penguins.
Right.
He's out, concussion. So, and that's kind of a touchy situation because guys just can't catch a break. You know, they won the Stanley Cup last year, and now he's back in this concussion protocol, and who knows if he'll be able to go again.
Yeah.
So, so hockey, you know, they're winding down.
It's all coming to, you know, and then of course June is the big month where it just sort of all, you know, culminates there in the NBA Finals and everything else. So, and I guess we go on to our, at this point we go on to our shows, right?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Well, The Voice is now down to the top 10.
Yeah.
And I kind of like who's in there. And we've got some good singers and some good performers. Any one of them could win The Voice. And it's good. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun Monday and Tuesday to watch. So it's enjoyable. Catch The Voice, NBC, Mondays and Tuesdays.
I did see little bits and pieces as I, kind of flipping through, and during a commercial break, I said, let's see what's going on. I don't know who anybody is, so it's like I'm a babe in the woods with it. But I could see the appeal. I understand the appeal. It's just not my thing, but that's okay. Anyway, on Designated Survivor, there's 2 more episodes. There's this coming up next week, next Wednesday, and then the finale, the season finale, the week after that. This past episode, which was 2 nights ago, Wednesday night at 10 o'clock on ABC, really a big time, hook and everything else. We're really getting close. One of the key characters was kidnapped, and then that character manages to escape. And then finds herself. I will say that it's a female character. Finds herself on a freighter in the middle of the Atlantic or the Pacific or wherever they are. I'm assuming the Atlantic because she got kidnapped somewhere on the East Coast. But anyway, and that just sort of leaves you like, what the heck? She's out in the middle of the ocean. Where's she going? What's going on? What do they want with her? She's a key component to the story. If you haven't seen Designated Survivor, I got to be honest. If you just sort of parachute in right now, not a good idea. You won't know what the heck's going on. You got to go back and binge watch season 1 and then get caught up with season 2. It's a little, I will tell you that, really plot heavy, but a fun show to watch. A couple of little valleys, but mostly peaks. It's a pretty good show. And if you suspend your disbelief a little bit, completely a show where it's, what can I say, completely believable. There's a few loose ends. But anyway, it is fun to watch. The Voice, Designated Survivor are 2 current besties, I guess, for television right now. And anyway, I guess we're done, right? We'll catch you again next week. We'll have more playoff updates. For Trent Partridge, our esteemed colleague, director-producer, as well as my partner, Mr. Matt Posner. I'm Tom Alexander. We're the Irregulars. Have a great, safe weekend. Bye, everyone.